What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Right now we're going to be talking about these new Ultimate Legends that are high-class trash, but it doesn't really matter about that, right? Like, ultimately, I think we all win because Bobby Bell sucks, but he's a limited, right? So they could have given us another limited that would have been very, very costly, and we would have had other problems. So I think, for the most part, it's not as bad as we are complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get a legend that's, limited that everybody wants, and it's really, really crazy, the price is usually out of control. So what we can look forward to is the possibility that we may get a player that's a set piece. So what we're going to look at right now, we see Bobby Bell's a limited. Nobody wants him. That dude is terrible. So I don't know how many people are going to be running around with him. It doesn't matter. Just remember, you have to do those challenges, right? Those challenges for that free Ultimate Legend is coming very soon. Bruce Matthews, nobody really cares about, and Aeneas Williams, you guys were just raging like, yo, isn't that dude a team captain? Yes, he is. He's absolutely 100% a team captain, but also, to add to that, EA doesn't care about your problems. So they have to release cards. It's not something that they're worried about how you feel about it. They have to release these cards. They're going to get them out some way, somehow. So if you have Aeneas Williams, you're going to be probably having a good time. For me, I'm just leaving Leroy Glover. I don't even really use him. That's what's really stupid about what's going on. He was just the best possible scenario for my squad. Because with the Niner theme team, you don't really want the running back. You know what I'm saying? The wide receiver, like, it's kind of weird. So it works out for the way that I have Leroy Glover, just adding to the higher overall. Also, we know that Series 6 is coming out next week, Friday. So that's also something we can look forward to. With this, like I said, don't worry about this too much. Just make sure that you're taking care of the Ultimate Legends token exchange. Now, with that being the case, that's going to be, this week is going to make it 8. So that, that way you guys stay up to date with that. Go ahead and make sure you guys understand what the whole scenario is with that. So, with everything that's out right now, some of you guys are probably like, yo, what is the best way to kind of, look at this as far as the release of that, and also all those eggs are going to be getting hatched tomorrow for Easter, right? Well, there really is nothing else to do other than to go through the Sugar Rush, set right here. You're going to go over here, the icing on the top. Pretty much, I got to get that much more offensive yards to be able to get a treat ticket. That's going to bring me to 18. And then if you guys follow me on social media, what happened yesterday was kind of weird, right? When you look at the treat trail tickets, it tells you that you get it at 20. But based on the feedback that you guys gave me, I got nothing back from EA, which is kind of disgusting. But I don't think that they made it official or tweeted it out or tried to adjust it to let everybody know that it is 25 that you need to win instead of 20. So although it says that, they never addressed it. These are the things that the community really has issues with. And I saw a lot of your comments like, yo, Gmia, bro, I also won 20 and didn't get it. And then, pretty much on Twitter, you guys responded and I was able to see, okay, so it's 25. So what happens is, although it says it right here, you're gonna wanna go over to the actual screen with the seasons right there, and then you're gonna take a look on the side of the chart there, and then you'll be able to see at 25 wins, it gives you the treat ticket. So this part is right. This grid area is what it's supposed to be, but they just didn't do it correctly on their behalf. And again, they didn't notify anybody. They didn't say anything about it. They just let it be what it is, and pretty much you have to deal with that. Now, as far as the Sugar Showdowns, I do think that you may, like, I went through it because if you do the math, once I do what's required in the tab today, when I go through that, once I do that and I get the house rules one, I'm going to have 19. So that means Easter Sunday morning, when they release the next one, what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to get that 20. So some of you guys are still having issues with this overall. I'm going to show it to you again so that way everybody's all set. When you get your treat tickets, you have to quick sell them. And then after you quick sell them, you have to go into the challenges and play the corresponding challenges for the treat ticket. So at the top of it, it's a treat trail. So with the way that it is right now, you pretty much go into it, and then if you have something locked, like that's unlocked after where you are, because right now I'm at 17. EA did it kind of smart this way, so that nothing is there, so that way you don't have to get booted out of EA. Sometimes when they had the things available, when you click on it, it'll boot you out of the mode. They only open it up as you unlock the treat tickets. So like I said, after you get to 20, it's over. But you have to quick sell it, and then it opens up inside of the treat trail, and then you get all the corresponding stuff after you're done playing the actual challenge. So that is just something I wanted to point out to you guys really quickly. So when you look over here and you go through, travel down the treat trail, The next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get 2,000 candy. I'm going to get a 92 to 94 overall Sugar Rush player. And then I'm going to get a big egg fantasy pack. Now, one of the things that you guys were asking me about that I want to go ahead and talk to you about is the fact of like the grand egg. So when you look at the value, I just want to go ahead and, you know, show this to you guys real quick. I did a bunch of the random eggs using the candy that I obtained through playing just through the regular modes, because they give you candy for meeting certain thresholds. So I did the random eggs, right? And with the random eggs, you know, there's a chance for you to get a grand egg or whatever like that. But again, when you look at the correspondence of what people are saying about the grand eggs, and, you know, some of them look kind of weird, and you're given like, what is it? They're giving you certain animations that make you think it's just going to be a basic legend or whatever. Whatever you guys are actually seeing with it, it depends solely on the value of the player that you get. Because remember, they dropped Bo Jackson and a lot of weird cards on the Zero Chill promo. You guys remember that? Like out of nowhere, it was just like a ton of cards dropped when the presents opened. I think we may get something along those lines where we might be pleasantly surprised, right? So I would go and just do random eggs, whatever, because even if they release a card that you actually want, I don't believe it's going to be really outrageous and too above your price range. I honestly don't believe that. All right, so we're going to be talking about more of this egg situation a little bit later. I got another video that I, been working on for you guys to kind of go over, what you guys can expect. But you guys can see right now that everything is going to be expired by the time Easter Sunday hits. The way that they do the Zero Chill with the presents, you have a certain amount of time to do it. So what I would urge you guys to do, if you've been getting Sugar Rush players, or you've been involved in going through the training situation with the re-rolls, I would get as much candy as you possibly can and just go and get random eggs. Because I believe that this 39,500, it's gonna cost you more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be weird. Now look, again, if they just randomly drop like a Taylor Mays, dude, instant cop. Megatron, instant cop. Remember, I'm gonna tell you this again. When that Bo Jackson was released, I don't think any of us saw it coming. It was a major W. A lot of cards that came out were W's, just randomly out of the presents. So they could have made these Ultimate Legends just absolute trash just because they know that that's coming. All right, so for me right now to get prepared, you see the amount of trophies that I have? This is something else that you guys were asking me about. Gmia, should I be using my trophies right now for, getting Sugar Rush players? It's 88 plus. Dude, this is a real gamble. Okay, because if you don't get the right number, and I know EA gonna do me dirty, so I'm not gonna do that. So with the way that this is set up, you have a couple options. You can go after the random egg that way, or you can take a 88 plus overall Sugar Rush player if you wanted to play around with some of the trophies. The reason that I have so little right now is I converted a lot of my trophies into coins. But I usually just go and do the red zone pack or quick sell. This random stuff right now, it can really, really be wild. So this is what you have to decide. What do you want? You want 50K, or do you want whatever you're gonna get from these two? Because you know what I'm saying, the 85 to 85, that's 170. So, you kind of figure what's going to happen with that. You could get a decent amount, maybe 75K. I think for us right now, if you have a lot of these trophies for whatever reason, I wouldn't really do the gambling too much. I would just go ahead and grab this stuff and just keep it moving. You guys taught me the best, bro. Like, it's a time to gamble, and it's a time to just step away, because EA is going to have their way with you. And I really believe right now, whatever they drop, I don't see it being something that, we won't be able to get or afford. And even if it is something crazy, it's not going to apply to everyone's Steam team. You know what I'm saying? Because the boost is going to be a major factor. And EA is well aware of the cards that we actually want. The Calvin Johnson, stuff like that. They just choose to avoid it. Because they don't know, Calvin Johnson is honestly going to break the game. And he's been kind of dominant regardless of how terrible the gameplay's been. Calvin last year was getting that working. Even though the game was horrible, he was able to do a lot of different things. This year is similar, but they've more or less doubled down on the fact that, a 4-foot corner is going to pick you off. They've doubled down on it. It's so unrealistic, it's disgusting. But that's part of the game. So these are just some of the things that I want you guys to understand. I'm going to accumulate as much as I can, and I do believe that we are going to get something that, for the most part, is going to be something that, at least a couple of us want. Because Bobby Bell just ain't it. And again, for those of you guys that are making the mistake, just remember this, right? I've actually tweeted this out, and you guys were like, yo, Gmia, it's a limited. You guys reminded me. It's very easy to forget that limited's quick sell for 250, 250K. So you're not going to get, what I'm saying? This guy right here, 371, this is an absolute joke. Also, McKinney is still out there killing it, guys. But for those of you guys that were laughing, like, yo, bro, he gonna be raid selling them in no time. Dude, McKinney be knocking dudes' blocks off. Like, what is this guy doing at 235? What does he quick sell for? What does Steve McNair quick sell for, bro? Something's telling me to buy him right now. 230. Hold on, dude. Why is he that cheap? Oh, he was already gone. I'm about to say, like, dude, that was just ridiculous, bruh. I should have just bought it. Like, something told me to buy it. Like, why was he that cheap? What, yo, dude, 235 though? I should have just bought him, dudes. Like, guys, when you see something like that, just go ahead and buy it. Because it was just like, wow, that's so cheap, bro. Like, it's disgusting. But you got to be ready for the snipes. When it's there and it hits you, you got to just grab it. But I'm just letting you guys understand. This guy, he's not going to amount to a ridiculous amount of training. He is a limited card. These limited cards, just be very, 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 very careful. Because we've all been there. We've seen it and we've bought it. And it's like, okay, bruh, I got 250K right here. That's it. And then it's impossible to actually sell it, right? So there is no other benefit other than the fact that they made a card that nobody really wants, you know, a limited. Leave it alone and we move on from there. So again, you can, right now with the way that the training rerolls and everything is there, I would just go ahead, accumulate everything. Now look, if you want to go into house rules and get some more treat tickets, like say that you don't have a decent amount or you're trying to catch up like me and it's going to amount to 20 on the day that everything opens up. It doesn't really matter. If you have the time to do it, but it's 40 games to get 2, then you got to play 80 to get a third one. I don't see myself playing the 40. But if I do end up playing it, it'll make it a lot easier for me because I would already have everything maxed out and I wouldn't need to do whatever they have going on with icing on the top for the treat tickets tomorrow. Also, I'm not going to open up any of the eggs and choose anything with the random ones that I got from the treat tickets because I'll be able to pick and choose what I'm going to get. So let me just show that to you before I let you guys go. When you get the big egg fantasy pack, don't make the mistake that I did with the medium egg fantasy pack. This is going to all show you what they are tomorrow. So you'll be able to get whatever you want from doing it. So don't open them until, tomorrow. And you just pick what it's going to be. Because I don't think that they can do anything else about it because it's a fantasy pack. And then the random egg doesn't matter. You just go ahead and do that whenever. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't really matter. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys right now. Make sure you stay tuned because we're going to go over a lot of different things as far as the eggs go and what we're going to be planning to do for tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your holidays, spending it with family, and you guys are safe. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Enjoy your day. One love, y'all.